creatively faithful friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing to you some reading content. So I wanted to show you and let you know that I participated in the Southern Charm Readathon, and I will tell you that only one of these books was in my recommendations, or what I call choices rather than recommendations, because they're all books that I've never read before. So only one of these books was in there in that video, which I will link in the cards up above. So but I want to show you, and then I'll insert the graphic just so you can see it. It's real pretty. I did get 2 bingos because of the 3 books I read, so I will insert that in the next clip over here. So I read For God, Gold, and Glory. It is the story of, because I live in Florida, this interested me. It is the story of Hernando de Soto, and I live right in that area where he marched right through here. It's the story of Hernando de Soto exploring Florida. So I read that book, and so that one was not on in that video, the TBR choices video for the Southern Charm Readathon. And then I read Once Upon a Prince. Now, I read this for Shower Me with Flowers and for Southern Charm Readathon, because I started reading it in April, and then it went into May. A lot into May. So I counted it for both. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I did. This is my first time doing these kinds of things, so somebody please let me know if I shouldn't have done that. And then this one was on in that story video of the choices for the Southern Charm Readathon, The Mark of the King, and I had chosen this one for Hot as Blue Blazes because it's set in New Orleans. And then I also used it for a heartwarming friendship, whatever that prompt was. So I used it for that prompt as well, because the gal in the story, Julianne, has a friendship with the man she ends up marrying at the end of the story, but they have a friendship first. So those are the 3 books, and I'll have a more in-depth look at those when I finally get around to getting my reading journal up to date. I have finished all the annual pages. I showed a video of that. I will link that in the cards up above right here too. And also at the end, I will link that one. All of my reading content videos are linked in a playlist at the end anyhow. And so I hope to make some progress on that reading journal this week. Okay, so this is my June TBR, and they are books that I had pulled, and they were in those choices. So I had a whole ton of choices. So I kind of pared that down a little bit, and I am hoping the most books in a month I have read this year has been 3. I don't know what my problem is, having just getting back into reading. I used to read really, really fast. And I guess as you get older, you slow down in many ways. So anyhow, I um I have pulled 6 books. The rest are, and as I alluded to in a previous video, I don't have books on a shelf. I don't have a bookshelf. I don't, you know, I don't, I mean, we have a lot of nonfiction books that are um, Christian related nonfiction books and things like that. But we don't keep these kinds of books around the house. We just don't have room. We live in a very small house. So I don't have anywhere that I could put a big bookshelf with tons of books on it. Plus, I'd rather spend my money on craft stuff. Funny. Um, uh, Buying craft things and stamps and paper and inks and all of those kinds of things is to me like buying books is to a lot of booktubers. So anyhow, I get all of my books from the library. I either get them from the library or I get them from the library in an ebook form through the Libby app, or my daughter has just told me that she would let me use her Kindle for a little while, and she has Kindle Unlimited to kind of see if I like it. So before I spend the money on doing it, and but I haven't gotten it from her yet, so I probably won't have that till later on in the month. So anyhow, so I have pared down what I had in that video and plus what I had in the April showers video that I didn't read. And I have chosen 6 books for this month. So I'm going to show you what I chose. And then I'm going to be a reading machine this week or this month. So anyhow, so this book, A Lady Never Tells, is by I have to look at these things because Lynn Winchester. And I picked these books out from the library. Some of them I really don't know if they're Christian fiction or not. I do want to let you know that I don't typically DNF books, but I will tell you, if I am reading a book like this and I pick this book out, I have to tell you, because of this dress on this in the cover on the cover. I love that dress is beautiful. But I will tell you, if I am reading a book and it's got some content in it that my Christian spirit just is not jiving with, I will quickly DNF the book and not continue reading it. So just getting back into reading, that's what that's just kind of, you just can't tell by looking at some of them. I do have a group that I am now able to go to for advice. So thank you to all of those ladies. You know who you are. And for kind of leading me along the way. Anyhow, I had this. I do know that this is a Christian story because this is the story of Rahab. It's called Pearl in the Sand, and it's by Tessa Afshar. So I will definitely be reading this book. This is called Where the Road Bends by Rachel Fordham, and I am pretty sure, like 99.9% sure, that she is a Christian author. No, and I know this one is. These 2 I'm not so sure about, so I'll go to the next one. Because Once Upon a Prince was by Rachel Houck, so I know she writes faith content. So this is The Wedding Dress. I thought that June, being a wedding month, was perfect for that book. And then this is called The Bright Spot by Jill Shalvis. And then Robin Lee Hatcher, Like the Wind. So those are some books that kind of have caught my attention, and I hope to read more this month. So I'll catch you back at the end of the month and let you know how I did. I promise you, I'm making a solemn promise. I don't typically break solemn promises, but barring anything else happening, I am going to be caught up on my reading journal by the end of this month and setting up July with you on camera at the beginning of next month. So, anyhow, that's all I have for my reading content, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.